Welcome to Site-07. The following briefing provides a basic introduction to the primary aberrations currently assigned to this facility. This information is intended for security personnel. Do not substitute this overview for official containment documentation. A001, the still man. Containment difficulty, high. Danger level, beta. The still man exists in a state of accelerated temporal perception, allowing it to move during the intervals between observable frames. Conventional cameras and the human eye cannot perceive this movement. Site-07 contains the entity within a reinforced observation chamber monitored continuously by three 480 frame per second surveillance systems. Under no circumstances are these cameras to be powered down simultaneously. A075, the introvert. Containment difficulty, medium. Danger level, kappa. The introvert becomes hostile when an individual becomes certain of his location. To prevent localization, the entity is continuously transferred between 6 identical containment chambers through an automated transport network controlled by a randomized routing system. No personnel are informed of its current position, and all transport mechanisms are acoustically insulated. If you believe you have identified its location, report the incident immediately and do not attempt verification. A014, the parish. Containment difficulty, medium. Danger level, alpha. The primary aberration manifests as a humanoid figure resembling a hooded priest with no visible facial features. Physical contact with the victim's face induces an unconscious state during which they awaken inside a secondary manifestation known as the parish. Within this environment, victims experience accelerated aging while confronting manifestations of guilt and unresolved wrongdoing. Successful self-forgiveness results in immediate recovery with no lasting effects. Extended exposure results in irreversible biological aging and death. The primary entity is contained within a consecrated isolation chamber. Direct interaction is prohibited. A021, the borrower. Containment difficulty, low. Danger level, alpha. The borrower is an invisible predatory aberration that attaches itself to sleeping individuals. Victims experience progressively worsening insomnia, persistent feelings of observation, and eventual fatal exhaustion if exposure continues. The entity is contained within a continuously illuminated chamber and monitored through indirect environmental sensors. Personnel assigned to overnight observation are rotated every 48 hours. A041, the corridor. Containment difficulty, low. Danger level, beta. The corridor is a localized spatial aberration affecting a designated passage within Site-07. Individuals entering the affected area may unknowingly traverse different historical states of the facility before returning to the present. Security gates permanently isolate the affected corridor. Entry is authorized only for approved research operations equipped with synchronized tracking devices. A033, the chorus. Containment difficulty, medium. Danger level, beta. The chorus is a colony of microscopic organisms capable of consuming and replicating human hosts. While physically convincing, replicated individuals consistently display subtle behavioral or anatomical inaccuracies. Common indicators include incorrect memories, unusual speech patterns, delayed emotional responses, and physiological inconsistencies. The colony is contained through thermal sterilization systems and negative pressure containment. Personnel verification protocols are mandatory following any suspected exposure. A057, the archivist. Containment difficulty, low. Danger level, alpha. The archivist appears as an ordinary filing cabinet containing documents personalized to the individual reading them. Each document predicts increasingly severe future events affecting the reader. Continued exposure accelerates the likelihood of these events occurring. Personnel are prohibited from reading more than one document during authorized testing. The cabinet remains secured inside a cognitively shielded archive vault. A088, the pale sun. Containment difficulty, low. Danger level, alpha. The pale sun is an anomalous landscape painting depicting a small grassy field beneath a pale, discolored sun. Initial observation reveals no abnormalities, and the artwork appears indistinguishable from an ordinary painting. Continued viewing results in the gradual appearance of visual inconsistencies within the artwork, including unidentified faces, humanoid figures, impossible structures, and other anomalous details not previously present. These anomalies become increasingly numerous with prolonged exposure. Extended observation causes the depicted anomalies to manifest outside the painting. Affected individuals initially report brief sightings in their peripheral vision, including figures standing behind doorways, at the ends of corridors, or disappearing upon direct observation. Further exposure causes these manifestations to persist under direct observation and actively follow the affected individual. At advanced stages, the entities become fully physical and display hostile behavior towards the observer. A088 is secured within a light-controlled archival vault. Viewing is authorized only under approved research protocols. Personnel must immediately terminate observation upon reporting any visual inconsistency not documented prior to testing. This concludes the introductory briefing. Remember that every containment procedure exists for a reason. Curiosity has historically resulted in more casualties than negligence. Containment preserves reality.